lips, they tasted like those cigarettes. Staring at the moon, we'd go to bed. In my arms, you're safe and sound.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a super glam New Year's Eve look using loads and loads of my favourite products. So if you don't like a lot of makeup, you may not enjoy this video because this is a full glam makeup look. What I love about this is that there's no liquid eyeliner, so on the day if you're doing your own makeup, there's no need to kind of panic because I know liquid liner can be a little bit tricky for some people and it always can ruin a really good eye makeup if you've just put loads of effort in. So this has no liquid liner, just lots of glitter, full glam, all my favourite products, so it's a makeup look that I obviously love. I feel like because I've got some burgundy tones in the crease, you could totally pair it with a burgundy lip, but on nights out and New Year's and stuff, I always find it to play it safe with a nude, but totally pair it with whatever you want. Also, this is just, like I said, an idea, so you can use different colours to create the same sort of look to ones that you're more comfortable with or whatever. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you do, and definitely tag me on Instagram if you recreate it. And yeah, so if you want to know how I got this look, then please keep watching and all products are listed down below. To begin, I'm going to prime my eyes using my MAC Painterly paint pot, as I always do. This one's quite good if you kind of have a fair to medium skin tone. If you're slightly fairer than me, Soft Ochre from MAC is a really good one, and if you're slightly more tan, I think it's called Quite Natural, and that one has more of a warmer undertone. Then I always like to set whatever base I use with a powder. I just think blending is so much easier when it's powder on powder, because powders can really cling to creams and that's when it can look quite patchy. So yeah, you definitely want to set your primer with powder. For the eyes, I'm going to be using the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette, and I'm taking these two warm brown shades and just blending them into my crease on a big fluffy brush. I think this one is from Sigma. I always link where I get my brushes from down below, but they are mostly normally Sigma or MAC or Morphe or something like that. And I just went in with my MAC 224 to blend that again. Then taking this Are You Kitten Me shade, which is a slightly slightly warmer brown with a slightly more purple undertone, I would say, just because I was kind of going and steering towards a slightly purplier theme when it came to the crease colours, but just using a smaller fluffy brush in the crease to use that, so something like a MAC 217, and then going back in with our initial fluffy brush to blend it together. Then using this Wine and Dine colour, I love colours like this in the crease. This is a really nice purple colour, and again, just blending that in with a slightly smaller brush. Then I always like to go back in with previous brushes that I've used just to make sure that everything is diffused together and blended to kind of the standard that I want it to. Then mixing these two darker brown colours on a pointed brush. This one is from Zoeva actually, and then because it's got a really nice tapered brush or tip or whatever, so I find it works really well in the crease, especially with cut crease looks. And then going back in with my fluffy brushes to blend it all together. I did kind of want to go quite heavy in the crease of the colours because I really wanted them all to show through, so I was being quite heavy handed with them, but that's why I needed to make sure I was going back in with my fluffy brushes to blend them. Then I'm taking this shade from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is called Noir. They do it in a single form, but this was just in a palette that I had. Taking a flat shader brush, I'm using that to kind of cut out my crease and create the kind of crease that I wanted, and then going back in with fluffy brushes again. I feel like this is the key to every smoky eye or cut crease or whatever, and just making sure it is all diffused together. With the bigger brush this time, I did pick up slightly more of the first transition colours that we used, just because I felt like I was losing sight of them and I wanted to bring them back kind of into the eye look. Now I'm taking it Painterly again, and this is perfect if you have slightly hooded eyes, and I'm using this to kind of carve out my crease and create a much more plain base because shadow did fall down. So again, like I said, this is really good trick if you've got slightly hooded eyes, because you can totally reinvent your crease, and I find looking down into a mirror makes this tip so much easier. And I think the brush I'm using as well is from Kiko, and I'm obsessed. It's quite long and like a duo fiber brush, so it's really good with creams. And then taking this L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow, I think this is in Iced Latte. It's just a really gorgeous light shimmery champagne color, and I'm just placing that everywhere that we kind of created for the lid. And then the glitter I'm using is from Violet Voss, and it is the Champagne Wishes glitter, and I placed the two-faced glitter glue down first and then just placed the glitter all over the lid, but kind of left the outer part like tiniest quarter of my eye kind of glitter free, just because we're going to go in with shadow there in a minute, and I find shadow blends kind of more difficultly onto glitter. So I just left that as the iced latte shade and then went back in and just kind of cleaned up the crease. Now I'm just cleaning up underneath my eye with a wipe and creating that wing. Even though there is no winged line, I did still want it to be a winged shape. And going back in with the wine color, you can see I'm just kind of placing that on the outer corner and then going back in with the darker brown shades on the very outermost part of my eye to create that kind of transition. And I feel like this creates a really effortless eye look, as in it looks like you put loads of effort in, but there really wasn't any, well, I didn't think there was much to it at all, and it avoided winged liner. And I just applied mascara, and my favorite winged lashes, these are the Carly Lash from Velour. Now for brows, I took these two brow pencils from Benefit and my L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper. And for skin, I'm using my Makeup Forever primer in the step 1. This is the hydrating one. By the way, when it came to the brows, I used the shade 2 in the outermost part and 4 at the end. For the skin, I'm taking these two shades of the NARS concealer first. I find this step to be really helpful when I don't want to wear a huge amount of foundation all over the skin. And then I just place the custard shade down first and then use a little brush to clean up my wing. And then place the Chantilly shade on top and use a little brush like this. This is like a clean 214, and I just buff that in all around my skin. So over my nose, underneath my eye, and just kind of all around the places that I want to highlight and conceal. Now I'm using foundation. These are two of my favorites. This is the Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Sand and in the shade 7 in the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I know it looks like a lot, I did warn you, but using this brush, this is almost like a blusher brush. I love this to blend in my foundation. Now I'm taking the Mink Anastasia Beverly Hills contour stick as like a cool tone contour, so only a little bit, and then this Caramel Morphe concealer as a slightly warmer cream contour, and I'm just buffing that in with a duo fiber brush. I feel like the Anastasia contour stick gives me more of the shadow appearance, and then the warmer concealer from Morphe gives that more bronze look, which I'm obsessed with. And then I just like to go back in with the brush I use for foundation to tidy everything up. Then I set it all with powder, and I finished off the eyes using that Are You Kidding Me shade underneath and mascara. Now to kind of powder contour and set it all, I'm using the Bahama Mama bronzer, which is my favorite, and my Warm Soul blusher from MAC, which is also a favorite. You can see I'm using so many of my favorite products in this. And then a Global Glow mineralized skin finish from MAC. I always say I love a kind of shimmery bronzer for a night out. I think it just adds such a gorgeous look to your skin. And then this is from Galactic. It's called their see-through bronzer highlighter, and I feel like this gives more of a glow to the skin, because then I go ahead and place Whisper of Guilt from MAC on top to give me that kind of popping glow. Then for this look, I went for a nude lip. This is Strip Down Pencil from MAC, and then I use Anastasia Beverly Hills Pure Hollywood and Soap and Glory Sexy Mother Pucker lip gloss on top in the shade Donut. And that is the finished looks. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. I know it was a lot of makeup, but this is New Year's and I want it to be super glam. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!